So today I'm going to tell you my 3 worst mistakes learning how to speak English. So I've been living in the United States since I was 15 back in 2005. It's been a while, and English was really hard to learn. Like, I didn't go to high school. I'm not a big reader, so basically I learned it like on the day-to-day life, and I say a lot of wrong stuff. And but three things that really marked my mind that I would never forget about him, and they always make me laugh. I'm going to tell him right now, and I'm using this as a way of me exercising so I can make my English a little bit better, so I can learn more words, and so I can actually study a little bit more. So my first ever mistake, like I say, I moved here when I was 15. When I was 18, 19 years old, that was when I had my first car. I worked really hard and bought a Volkswagen GTI Golf. So, typical Sunday, I was driving my little car around, going to, places that I liked. So I went to McDonald's and I ordered a sundae on the drive-thru. So as soon as she handed me, the lady there at the window handed me the ice cream, I looked at her and asked, "Where's the penis?" So that's one of the things when you're learning how to speak English. A lot of the things, like, sometimes you don't really know how to spell that word, or you not really know how to pronunciate that word, but you heard somebody saying it, like, sort of, So I wasn't sure. I was so upset later, that I just missed a T, because instead of penis, should be the peanuts. Not a little bit more than a T, but a T would have saved the whole thing. So the lady looked at me like really mad. She closed the window on my face. I drove without my peanuts. And then as soon as I hit the road, I started thinking, like, did I say anything wrong? Why was she so mad? And then I realized, Bruno, you asked her for a penis for your sundae. So that was one of my first biggest mistakes learning how to speak English. I ordered a penis at the McDonald's drive-thru. Okay, so the second one was a little bit, I've had so many, like a lot of them. And a lot of them very embarrassing, but would be like way too much for me to remember and say it to the camera. So the second one, I was living in a townhome, like in a group of townhouses, and there were 4 townhouses. I used to live at the one right at the corner. So the owner of those townhouses was an Italian guy, and we also had a blizzard. Like, we were stuck in there for 3 days, like foot of snow outside, and they couldn't find anybody. They couldn't hire anyone to go up there and clean it. So I did hire a truck and a couple other a plow truck and a couple other friends to help me clean it. So at the end, it was me, the owner of the building, and his wife talking, and they're both Italians, and they're not really easy to deal with. So at the end, I was charging them $400 for me, a couple of my friends, and the plow truck, which is very cheap. And she was coming back and forth, why was I charging so much? And then I had to explain her that we had done a lot of labor work, that it wasn't just the truck, because we done the sidewalks. So I told her that we had to do a lot of hand jobs. She looked at me like, she didn't, at first she thought I was being disrespectful, and she looked at me like she was about to say something, and then her husband stepped in front of her and said, no, I think I understand what he's trying to say. So basically, I was trying to explain her that we had to do a lot of manual labor work, and I told her that we had to do a lot of hand jobs, and that's why I was charging $400. So basically, I was charging for $100 because we had to do some hand job. So that was the second mistake. Third one, I think, was the most embarrassing one. So third one, I was like already a little bit more older. Had been here for maybe like 10 years already. Like, I was almost 10 years, like maybe 9 years. I was 24 years old. So There is a place in my town, in the town where I used to live, where I had the storage facility, and they serve burgers until 4 o'clock in the morning. So most of the times when people go out in my town, they come back after 2 in the morning. They still have until 4 to order some food and eat there or take it to your home. And they also do delivery until 4 o'clock in the morning. So me and my friends were at a house party, and it was like an after party after we've been to a club. So we went to a club, and then we went to a house party, like an after party, and it was maybe like around like 2:30, almost 3 o'clock in the morning. We're a group of friends calling Junior's Burgers to order food. So all of my friends ordering, and then phone passes to me. It was my time to order. So I've ordered a semen wrap. I was trying to order a salmon wrap. Somehow I ordered a semen wrap. There were like maybe like 20 of my friends next to me, and most of them have been to high school. Like I'm one of the single one of them that chose to work instead of go to school. So it was it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare for months and months, because every time that I went to that place, like in person, the manager there knew who I was, and he would always make like very dirty jokes, like, "Hey, go in the back, get that extra loaded wrap for Bruno." And so I was known as the semen wrap guy for probably, if I go there today, they still know me. They might not say anything, because it's past the time, but they still know me as the semen wrap guy, and a lot of my friends knows too. So that was the third and probably the worst mistake I've ever made, was ordering the semen wrap at a place that I usually went to at least like twice a month. So at least twice a month, I had a group of guys making fun of me. Okay, so that was basically my three biggest mistake learning how to speak English. I've had so many others, like I'm gonna try to remember more and say it on different videos, but it isn't easy. It's pretty hard, but exercising like this, talking to people and not being afraid of talking, and I don't know, just like practicing is the best way of learning, I think. Okay, thank you. You guys have a great day. Gotta get to work. Bye.